Did you know that every single time that you avoid the hard things, that the negative side of your brain is winning? So that means you and your results are losing. That's not because you're weak. It's not because you're unmotivated. It's because our brain is structured that way. You are not a procrastinator. You are not a weak human. You are not a demotivated person if the hard things are for you reasons to give up. What I want to do is I want to explain to you what discipline and what focus actually is. Those two words, we all know what they mean. We all have a general understanding of what these words mean to us. But what exactly does it do when it comes to the neuroscientific research? What is it exactly that they do for us when it comes to our goal achievement? And what exactly are these two words when it comes to our mindset? Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and thank you so much for spending some time with me here on my channel. I hope that everybody is subscribed, and of course, if you're not, do it right now. Click the bell button as well to make sure that I update you exactly when the new video is uploaded. I'm here to help you explain what discipline and focus can do for you. Stay here and make sure you share this with at least one person. It immensely helps me, and I know for sure that every single person that will see this video will learn something new, because I'm going to explain the words discipline and focus in a way to you that it can help you straight away and right now. Everybody worldwide knows the Navy SEALs, and everybody has heard of the Hell Week, a week long where people are being tested, tormented, where people are being pushed to the absolute limits. The only thing that gets you through this week is your focus and your discipline. Former Navy SEALs all say the same thing. You have to let go of the way that you feel. You have to part ways with your feelings and your emotions. You need to understand that you're being pushed through something to test you, to reach your limits, and to see if they can get you over those limits, or if you can handle it, if you can handle yourself. If one of the best operating teams or companies or networks, whatever you want to call it, pushes you to your absolute limits just to see how disciplined and focused you can be, doesn't that mean that maybe we all could learn something from this? And I'm not saying that we all need to go through Hell Week. I'm not saying you need to push yourself towards those limits every single time. I'm just using this as an example, because if you want to change something, it's going to get really uncomfortable. As soon as you come from the old situation, your old thinking patterns, your old behavioral patterns, and you want to change something and move into your new patterns, your brain is wired to protect you, because that is fearful. We don't know what is going on. We don't know what will happen if we do things differently. Therefore, the alarm system inside of us, our brain pulls us back into safety, into comfort. And that's exactly where nothing happens, because if we keep doing the same things, we are getting the same results. If you want a different result, you need to start doing different things. Every single time that you feel uncomfortable, that you're not sure what your next step or your next action is going to bring you, you're probably on the right path, because you don't know. You've never been there before. So when it comes to habit formation, when it comes to keeping your eyes and your focus on what it is that you want, you have to accept that things are going to be very uncomfortable, that things may get very challenging, that you will have to overcome certain obstacles. In order for you to be successful, and successful, by the way, is my definition of achieving the goals that you set for yourself. If you want to be successful, you need to overcome all these obstacles and all these challenges. That means you can't stop when you're not feeling like it. So back to the Navy SEAL story. Every single time that these guys think that they might catch a break, that they might relax for a little bit or get something to eat, they see a finish line, something unexpected happens. It's all planned, of course, by the instructors, but for them, for the participants, it's all to see what moment do you break, what moment do you give up, and how exactly do you pursue your dreams. What is your mindset? What is your strength when it comes to discipline, when it comes to willpower, when it comes to that mindset? This is all that they want to see. Again, this is a very extreme example, bringing it back for you. If you would just change one habit, Let's say you're gonna wake up 15 minutes earlier from now on. Tomorrow morning, the first time that you're gonna do this, you already feel uncomfortable. Hopefully you got out of your bed and hopefully you felt proud of it. But if that is already difficult, then how do you think that you can change your life? Don't aim for the quick fixes. Don't aim for the progress overnight. Make sure that you understand that it's a process. You have wired yourself in all your patterns, thinking, acting, feeling. You've all done it by yourself in the past. If you want to rewire this, give yourself some time. Start with one simple change and do that for 7 days in a row, 1 week. If you would practice one change per week and you do this for 1 year, that means you have changed 52 habits. How would your life look if you would better or improve 52 of your current habits? 52 of the things you're doing right now are being corrected, being sharpened, being focused on your goal. Your daily routines will look different. Your mindset will look different, and therefore your actions look different. And guess what? Your new results come from your new actions. You have to start changing your brain, your mindset. Everything that you do comes from your patterns, your cognitive patterns, your behavioral patterns. Start changing them one by one. Discipline is what you need. You need to understand that when you tell yourself you're going to do something, and as soon as you hear your negative inner voice telling you not to do this, that is where you have to practice your discipline. So now we talked about your focus and how to change your life. How are we going to push through these challenges? That's what discipline is. So if you hear that alarm clock going 15 minutes earlier and your inner voice tells you stay in bed, it's so nice, it's warm, it's cozy, it's too early, it's raining, your knee hurt, you need better sleep, you have an important meeting, you need to be fit, you need to be sharp. I don't really care what that voice says. You need to understand that it's only doing one thing. It's pulling you back into your comfort zone. Literally, it's pulling you back into your bed to stay there. If you want to succeed, if you want to take control over your actions, you need to stop listening to that voice. Stop listening and giving into your feelings. Waking up 15 minutes earlier is not going to make you tired. Missing out 15 minutes is not going to destroy your day. Yes, these are things that your inner voice is going to tell you. These are all things that you're going to believe because that inner voice knows where to poke. It knows what to say. It knows exactly what to say because it knows you and it knows where it hurts. Understand the process that you and your negative inner voice are in a constant battle in the beginning. Discipline is pushing through that inner voice, doing it anyway. And guess what? Discipline works like one of your muscles. The more you train it, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. So right now, if you want to wake up earlier, there's a trigger, your alarm, and the trigger sets off snooze, sets off stay in bed, sets off the pattern that you have created, the pattern of not doing what you're supposed to be doing. No, I snooze. No, I stay in bed. No, I'm not getting up. We have to rewire that pattern. You have to rewire yourself. The alarm goes, I'm waking up. Put my feet on the floor, get up out of the bed. As soon as you do this over and over again, you're changing the connection that you have. You are creating a new connection between your brain cells, and therefore next time, over time, after repetition, that will be your auto response. Every time your alarm goes, you'll pop out of the bed because you've trained yourself there. Every single time something gets challenging, now you sit back and relax. No, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to give in to my feelings. If you train your discipline and you keep repeating this over and over and over again, now instead of thinking I'm going back to my comfort zone, you think, all right, a challenge. That means there's room for growth. I'm on the right track. I like this. Bring it on. I want more of this because I'm moving forward. So keep your focus on what it is that you want, and your discipline needs to make you execute what it is that you told yourself. What I like to do is in the evening, I plan my day of tomorrow. I write down what it is that I want. So planning short is active in the evening. I write down from hour to hour what I'm doing. I time block my whole schedule. Everything is set for tomorrow. Then I go to bed knowing what I need to do, knowing what agreement I have with myself, all the non-negotiables that are in my day. I sleep, my alarm goes, and I start executing. Action sure wakes up. There's no negotiation possible. If I want to build discipline, if I want to build my goals, I need to do what I plan for myself. If I don't stick to my plan, if I don't even stick to the contract that I have with myself, the agreements that I make with myself, not only am I not getting my goals, I'm slowly deteriorating myself. My self-confidence goes down. Trust in myself goes down. Self-image goes down. Not achieving what I want, I feel like a failure. You need to understand that every decision that you make probably has more consequences than you currently think, that you currently know. Let this be a wake-up call for you. Discipline and focus, they are so important in your life. If you want something in your life, if you want to achieve something, those two things are very important. Here are 5 simple tips to increase your focus. We'll go quickly over these so you can start implementing them right away. Number 1 is eliminate all your distractions. If you're working on a certain task, switch off your phone notifications. Make sure you're not distracted. If you like to work somewhere outside, maybe make sure that you sit in the corner of the coffee shop, or make sure that you're not getting distracted by people passing by and asking you questions. If you know that you're easily distracted, then you also know where the temptation lies. Erase them, take them out of the equation. Number 2 is the 90-minute rule. Break all your goals down and put them in time blocks of 90 minutes. And as a matter of fact, in that 90-minute block, what I like to do is break those down in 25-minute blocks. I work for 25 minutes, I take a 5-minute break. I work for 25 minutes, I take a 5-minute break. That means every 25 minutes, I can check my phone, I can check my email, I can talk to the person next to me. For 25 minutes, we should be able to focus. Train yourself there and slowly increase or expand that time. And work 90 minutes on one topic, because otherwise you have the excuse of being bored. Number 3 is train your focus through meditation or mindfulness. I know for some people this sounds a little bit woo-woo, but you know what? It is going to help you. Meditation could even mean just closing your eyes, feeling the air going in through your nose and out of your mouth, and then you're trying to sense whatever is going on with the body. What is going on with all the muscles in your upper body when you breathe in and when you breathe out? And the only thing you're going to focus on is in, out is 1, and count till 10. Start very simple, block all the other thoughts and tell yourself, hey, there's a thought coming up, but I'm going back to my breathing. Hey, there's something talking to me, but I'm focused on number 3, number 4, and what is it that I feel? Be more mindful. That is a very simple exercise, like going to the gym, but for your mind, for your focus, for your brain. Number 4 is the trap of multitasking. We can't multitask. Science has proven this over and over again. The human brain cannot multitask. The only thing we can do is focus on one thing, quickly go to the other and come back to it. This, to me, is distraction. Focus on one thing and one thing only. Make sure that everything else around you, every thought that pops up, is okay to be there, it is observed, but you're not going to hold on to it, you're not going to give it any attention. You're focused on that one task. And then number 5, the obvious one that we still neglect when it comes to the majority of the people, is fueling your brain. Sleep, hydration, nutrition. If you snack a lot, if you love your sugar intake, guess what? It's distracting you. If you lack sleep, guess what? You can't focus. It's going to distract you. If you are dehydrated, guess what? Your brain function drops. Make sure you take good care of yourself. Your focus will drastically improve if you take a little bit better care of the body and the mind through sleep, hydration, and nutrition. And now that we have a better focus, of course, we need 5 steps as well for your discipline. And the easiest one, like I mentioned before, is start small. Set yourself up for success. You want to create momentum. Do not set yourself up for failure. I've spoken to so many people, especially around the December month, with all the New Year's resolutions, that they're going to completely change their life starting in January. You're setting yourself up for failure. Why would you put so much pressure on yourself? Make sure that you're the one that's setting yourself up for success. Start small. One tiny little change, one new habit every 7 days. And in 1 year, you've changed 52 habitual patterns. How would that feel? Number 2 is, if you struggle with discipline, take away all your temptations. If you have difficulty with going to bed on time because you're Netflixing, get rid of Netflix. If you have difficulty with not eating all the chocolate that you have in your house, get rid of it. If you are annoyed and distracted by the people around you, extract yourself from the situation, maybe sit somewhere else, make sure that your distractions are eliminated. And that all ties into number 3, because it means showing up for yourself. That means do what you need. It doesn't matter if you're tired, do it anyway. It doesn't matter if you're not really doing all the work that you planned for yourself. You showed up and did it anyway. By going to work, by going to the gym, by doing whatever it is that you promised yourself you were going to do, you are showing yourself that you are a trustworthy person. You're showing yourself that you can trust yourself, that increases your confidence and that increases your overall self-image. You need to understand that every time that you break a promise with yourself, you're breaking a little bit of yourself down as well. Think about it this way. If you and me had an agreement, and I would not show up on time or not at all, and that kept happening over and over again, how would you feel towards me? Make sure you don't feel that way towards yourself. Number 4, the non-negotiables is what I call them. Make sure that you start with 1, but you build at least 3 to 5 things in your morning routine that are non-negotiables. No matter what happens, you're doing them. There might be an emergency, you might be really sick and ill. I don't really mind what's going on. There should be a certain bottom line for you of things that you do anyway. I've never been so ill that I couldn't drink a glass of water and take good care of myself. I've never been so ill that I couldn't get out of the bed and actually eat something healthy. I've never been so ill that for 24 hours I could not write 1 sentence or type or make 1 phone call. There's always something you can do. And if it is impossible for you to write or to make that phone call, think of something else. There's always something you can do, always. Make sure that next to showing up, you also create your non-negotiables. And number 5 is just to help you. It doesn't matter how small you think your change is. Once you've done it, celebrate it big. Tell yourself that you're proud of yourself. Tell yourself that you trust yourself. Build that positive self-image and tell yourself, I'm going to do it again and maybe more. Create that momentum. You are rewiring your brain. So every single time that you have done something correct, celebrate it. Be proud of yourself. And you know what's going to happen? That nagging Nancy, that negative inner voice shows up and is going to tell you that it's not that much of a deal. It's not that much to be proud of. Fight it. You have to rewire your inner voice. You are rewiring your brain and you are rewiring your mindset. That means you need to push through. The more you do this, the easier it gets. Therefore, write down how you feel after you achieve something. Write down how you felt an hour later. How this dripped over into the rest of your day. Because if you start your day with 1, 2, 3, I don't know how many achievements already, you've started your day with the feeling that you can do anything. If you start your day snoozing and not really taking good care of yourself, the whole day in the back of your head, you know that that is how you treat yourself. Set yourself up for success, not for failure. Discipline and focus, the 2 magic words today. I hope this video has helped you and I hope that all the action steps are being implemented in your life from now on. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you would like to get connected, just hit me up somewhere. I'm on all the social media channels and you can find me anywhere. There's also a blog about this topic on my website and I can't wait to hear your story. I can't wait to help you out. Be amazing, guys. Stay focused on what it is that you want and go get it.